Hello everyone, this is Oblivion and welcome back to Liminal Industries. In the last episode we made some more progress through the quest book through to the thermal expansion machines. You'll notice that I removed basically all of the workshop. I moved the tinker smelter over here. I also found that the second coke oven didn't really make any sense. There is in fact a bog blasting recipe from logs to charcoal, because previously the charcoal recipe would take 45 seconds per, while the charcoal to coal coke recipe takes only 5 seconds. So since there was such a large speed difference, I just put a bog blasting setup right on top here, and then we've got the same frog requesting some logs from over there. Additionally, we now have a hopper depositing bamboo blocks on here, and then we have a little item vault that grabs the bamboo planks and puts them in the item vault, and also the sawdust into the item vault. So now all of these items are now available on the network. So that means that if we wanted to, we could go downstairs and do some andesite casing and sort of stuff. But for now, what I would like to work on, I also rearranged the way that this works. And also, we can now request stuff from our vault. So if I wanted to grab, say, actually, that's not in the vault. Let's grab a coke brick. So it'll just put it on there and then get dumped into here. And if I want to deposit back into it, I can just do that. So what we want to work on, engineering block. So we want to have completely automated this and this, because we're going to need more and more of these as we progress through the pack. So what we want to do is, instead of using the Soulfire wand, we can just do haunting. So something that we could start off with this episode is grabbing a bit of sand. It would be funny if we had no sand and I took down the crusher setup. No, we have some sand. So we want to set up a blasting, a haunting, and a washing setup. So we can automate those three processes. If I do this here and then click the button, now I have soul sand. Very nice. And I can use the soul sand to haunt things. But yeah, so we want to do probably a soul campfire, because they can hold back the liquids. So I could have the three fans right next to each other. So if I want a campfire, oh, the only way to get the soul campfire is to haunt it. That's interesting. That wouldn't be too hard to do, as long as I have a fan, which I do, and I should be able to craft a campfire. Campfire. Yep, I can craft one. And then what I might like to do is some kind of power. Yep, nice. And then we want soul sand, and then we want a block, and where's my flint and flint? It's going to be in here probably. There it is. So we can haunt the campfire. Come on. There we go. And now we could do the blasting, haunting, and washing setup. So we might want to do it like right here. And we want to use depots so that there's no items on the ground. So do I have any depots? Depot. I do not have any depots, but I can make some. So we want to do block, ash alloy casing. Where's my ash alloy? Right here. And then we want to do 3 more blocks. So put those away, put this here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. And then we would do, where's my blocks? Blocks here. So we probably want to do washing closest, just in case I walk off and step in it. And then we want some more ash alloy casings and probably 2 propellers. Propeller. We need some sticks. 2, very nice. There we go. And then we should be able to put the campfire here. We can put water here, and we can put lava here. Very nice. We probably want to do some kind of belt so that they all run the same direction. And then we want to do chutes on all of these, and then barrels on these, and then we probably want to do packages. Where are my packages? I believe I don't have any. So the next best thing would be 1, 2, 3. Put those away, and then do 1, 2. No, not yet. Not cardboard yet. We want to do ash alloy first. Ash alloy and then cardboard. Like so. And then we want to actually make sure that they're connected to the adjacent inventory. And then we should be able to do frogs on each of these. So if I look for frog, I don't have any. Interesting. So it looks like I can just use item vaults. So if I have 1, 2, 3, and then I need, what is it? I need these guys and these guys. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Very nice. I don't need to break them with a pick. I can just do this. Now, which side of the line do we want it on? I think we're going to want to pick up from the side that's running from the vault. There we go. And then this one is going to be washing. And then this one is going to be haunting. And then this is going to be blasting. And then all we need to do probably is connect underneath here. I could use this, like so, and then we could do this way, like so, and then we should be able to connect here, like so, and then that should be all of those running. And we will need to put output funnels on the back here. So if I look for these guys, very nice, and then attribute filters, gold nuggets, very nice. Now if I do 1, 2, 3, and then I grab these. Is that not the filter? Attribute. Oh, they're brass nuggets. I thought they were gold. They look very similar. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Okay. I probably want to put some stuff away. Nope, not that. Cool. And now what I want to do is sand. Reference item. Can be haunted, sure. Add opposite attribute to list. Cannot be haunted. Allow list. Deny list. Allow list any. How does this work? Let me think about it for a moment. Okay, so I figured it out. We want the items that can be washed to be denied, which goes in this guy. How do I... This might be a problem, because I can't break the wall. Which one did I change? Is it this one? Yeah. Can be washed. Maybe I need to move everything one away so that the wall's not in the way. Well, that's tedious. I'll be right back when I move everything. Alright, I am back. That did take a moment. I also set up the can be washed, can be haunted, can be smelted deny lists. So washed, haunted, smelted, and then we should be able to do output on all of these. And if I put a piece of sand in each of them, we should see that the sand doesn't come out until it's one of the three. So wash sand, haunt sand, and blast sand. So we should get 3 different items out the back once they're done. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. So that's all working. We want to leave 1 space for smoker, and then we want to go straight on to, let's do crushing wheels. So the question is, do I want to do it lined up here, or do I want to do it lined up here? I think I want to do it lined up here. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, no, let's do the output barrel here. So the output barrel is there, and then we have some chutes, and then we have our crushing wheels. Not those, these. Like so. And then, what do we need? We need another chute, and then we need a barrel, and then we need a packager, like so. Very nice. And then we need a frog. And then the frog was one of these guys, and a item vault. Like so. Put that on there. Pick him up again. And drop him all the way down there. Let's grab this from there. And then stick him on here. And then we do crushing. Very nice. And then this output on the back is actually going to be pretty simple. We might want to do lots of 16 eventually, just so that the back belt is not occupied all the time. But yeah, so that's the crushing wheels. The next thing that we probably want to do is the press. So let's do depot. Yep. Okay, so we want to do this guy, and then this guy. We want to do a press, like here. Very nice. We could probably do some kind of gear situation. Actually, as far as I understand, if I do gearbox, that is what the wheels like. Interesting. Now it's no longer a vertical gearbox. And then how do I do this? Down here, I guess? Do I want to do it down the front? I don't think so. Because I need to be able to put the items into here. Speaking of, let's grab a hopper, I guess. Grab a chest, then a hopper. We put that there. Do I need a barrel? This is an inventory. I don't need the barrel. But we do need a frog. I should just make a bunch of item vaults. Yeah, sure. We need a frog and a packager. So the packager is this, then this, then this, and then where'd my packager go? There it is. And then we can grab the frog, and we can go connect him here. Like so. And then this is press. And then on the back, we want a andesite funnel to do outputting. Like so and like so. And then we need to power these guys. So how do what's the best way to power this? I could do something like this, and then be lazy and just use a chain drive. Yeah, sure. Like that. And then connect this guy over to here. Oh, overstressed. Interesting. I was wondering when that was going to happen. I was hoping I could set the workshop up before. So this one's running. This one's not. Is this one running? I'm going to guess it is. It is not. Why isn't it? This is there. If I put cardboard in and then do that, and then if I disconnect this, can I manually do it? No. If I disconnect, it'd be nice if they were completely separate. Let's do that, and then this. There we go. And then we want to do this, and then we want to do, instead of that one, we want to do here. There we go. Now, instead of having a 2 boiler, we have a level 4 boiler, which gives us plenty of energy. Now, what else did I disconnect? There's obviously something else that I'm missing. Right here, so there's probably a gearbox. There we go. Now everything's turned back on. Nice. So where was I? Is this turning the correct direction? So if I go up and then give it some cobblestone, for example, like so, are you running the correct direction? Yes, you are. Nice. Okay, so that's working. We have a press. The next thing that we probably want is... how am I for time? I think I'm going alright for time. 5, 10, 15... We've only gone 15 minutes, that's alright. Now, what am I doing? We want to look at all this stuff. No, engineering blocks, that's right. Engineering blocks. So, we want systems in place so that we can do these production line kind of stuff. Fluorescent tubes, you have to use an induction smelter. So we can finally automate those, which is really nice. We want to automate some plates, and we also want to automate this guy. So, what we could do first is maybe automate the fluorescent tubes. I mean, I think we need to automate the copper plates and then the rolling of the copper. So we have a rolling mill right here. Now, how do I power this guy? And also I want another hopper, I guess. B for backpack. Make some of these. Make some of these. Very nice. Do that. Grab some more packages. Put that there. Frog. You can make a frog with... Where's my wood? Put that away. Do this and this. Thank you, Mr. Frog. Connect that to... Nope, that's the wrong block. Connect this to here. And then this is rolling. And then we need power. Nope. Like so. And then we need a funnel. Very nice. We should do that. And we should do this, like so. These are all outputting. Very nice. And now, what we should be able to do with factory gauges is we should have copper available. Yep. And then we need to do a factory gauge for copper plate. Do I have one of those? If I put this in the press, it's going to immediately... Ah, that's interesting. I need to have, for this one at least, a deny list for things that can be pressed, so that it only takes the items out once it's actually finished pressing. Brass funnel. I am missing the electron tubes. If I go look in here, no. Are they in here? Yes, they are. I want to grab these out. We'll put these in my backpack and then do brass funnels. Sure, just one for now. And we want to do attribute list, attribute filter, require some wool. Very nice. And then we want to do ingot. Oops. What tags? Is tagged metal ingots, trim materials, added by Minecraft. Not really what I want. Is there pressed? Can be crushed. Beacon payment items, that's interesting. Forge ingots, balm ingots, immersive engineering. Can be crushed. What's something that can be pressed? Pulp? P-U-L-P? Is in group create. That's not really what I'm looking for. Where's press? Where's press where you need it? Plate. Pressing. You can press sugarcane. Is tagged plates. Nope. Cane. Can be crushed. Is crush this? I'm gonna guess it is. Why is there no thing for mixing or the other attributes? Like pressing. I'll be right back when I find it. I think what I'm just going to do is use a regular filter. So plate. We want to do iron plate. There's no iron plate. Oh, interesting. Copper plate. Copper? Copper sheet. Oh, interesting. Sheet? Ah. Gold sheet, iron sheet. That's not one of those ones. Brass sheet. Duraplast sheet. Zinc sheet. What are these for? Interesting. I don't think I'll use them. And then steel sheet is definitely one that we do use. And then lead is also one that we use. Where is it? That one. Plate. Constantan. Do we need electrum? I think we do. That's the next one. Nickel, silver, lead. Do we need silver plate? We might. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And then if we go here and then do deny list, yep. Then we stick that in there, and then we do this. And then if I put a copper ingot in, it won't immediately get taken out. Like this. That is not how you're meant to work. Wait, allow list, because we're doing the plates. Okay. Now if I put a copper ingot in. There we go. Very nice. Now, if I go over to the board, we should be able to start automating some stuff. So if I grab a copper sheet, send to request, thank you, put that in there, we want at least 10, connect to this guy, send one copper ingot to press, like so. Then it'll send a copper ingot over there, it'll press it, and then it'll send it back in here. And then we should have a small supply of copper sheets being built up. We might want to do more than one at a time. Let's do like 5 at a time. And then we need some more gauges. Here we go. Here's one. Recipe. We don't have any stock links. And we don't have any transmitters. Maybe what we should do is automate these. So if I put down this, tune there, and then lightning rod, right? There we go. Lightning rod. And then we should be able to do add new connection to there, use mechanical crafting, send inputs to crafter. Very nice. Temporarily, I think I want to remove these guys just so that I can do, so I want like 10 of these as well. Let's put some stuff away. Very nice. And then what do I want? I want, tune. Yep. put the block down. Then I want a transmitter. Transmitter. I don't have any sheets. Can I have some sheets, please? Thank you. Very nice. And then we can do transmitter. Very nice. Then we want like 10. Add new connection to this guy. Did I add it? Add new connection to this guy. And also we'll need a connection to redstone, which I'm guessing I can just do. We'll need a redstone monitor there. Add connection to there, and then use mechanical crafting. Send it to crafter, and then we want 10 of these. Very nice. What are you doing? What are these? Copper ingots. What are you doing? Not your job, obviously. Too far away. So that's why you're being lazy. Also too far away. Maybe I can put it here. Crafter. There we go. So once they all arrive, then they go in there. Very nice. So now I am crafting things. Very good. And then what's the next step? The next step would be the iron plates, right? For item vaults. So we have the item vaults. I should be able to request the transmitters in a moment. Oh, that's interesting. Are we making the iron things? There's one transmitter. Can I have that, please? And then we should be able to grab these guys. Is that not what a stock link is? It's just vertically. Okay. Come on. Stock link, and then we want to do gauge. Very nice. We are almost out of precision mechanisms. So we want to do a iron plate. Tune there. Where's plates? So we want to stick this guy in here. I need a block to stand on. There we go. So we now have iron plates. And how am I for time? I think I have a little bit more to go. Where's my plates? There they are. Send them over here. Thank you. And then we stick that in there, and then we want to do add new connection to iron. And then we want to do press, and we want to do like 5 at a time. There we go. And then we want a target of like 10 at least. So we should send some iron over to the press for that. We want some more factory gauges. We want one for bamboo planks, and then we want one for slabs. These guys, bamboo slabs, which will be a connection down to here. Use mechanical crafting, craft like so. Target amount, we want like 20. And then we can do one more factory gauge, which will be barrels, like this. Add new connection to here. Add new connection to here. Use mechanical crafting, crafter, and then set it to a requirement of like 10. And then we are almost all the way to having the stuff that we need. Where is this? Very nice. Cool. Transmitter. We put the transmitter with the item vault to get stock links. We put the stock link with the precision mechanism, which we only have one left of, to get factory gauges. And then we should be able to do... Let's just do item vaults here. Tune there. Item vault. Add to this. Add to this. Mechanical crafter. Crafter. And then set this to 10. And then we should be able to do... Where is it? Stock links. Didn't I have them in my inventory? Stock links. There they are. Put that in there. Add. Add. Use a mechanical crafter. Crafter. And then we want 10. And then we are automatically crafting stock links. So I think that's really good progress for the episode. One last thing that I keep forgetting to do during the episode, and I want to do it between episodes, but I want to get it on camera, is gold backpack. Actually, right click, diamonds. Gold backpack becomes better backpack. Do I have a crafting table? There it is. So gold backpack, diamonds, diamond backpack, much better. So now we can dump all of our stuff in here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.